On the Lions News Fan Report channel, we are back with another analysis of what's happening behind the scenes with the Detroit Lions. This time, we will discuss a recent addition to the team's defensive line that could have significant repercussions. For the 2025 season, did the Lions make the right move by signing nose tackle Roy Lopez, formerly of the Arizona Cardinals? What does this mean for the future of the team? How does Lopez fit into the overall plan? Could he be the missing piece to make the Lions' defense even more dominant? Let's explore every detail of this move and what it could mean for the future of the Detroit Lions. When the Detroit Lions announced the signing of Roy Lopez, many fans and analysts were surprised. After all, it's not every day that we see a team invest in a player who hasn't been a major standout in the league thus far. However, if there's one thing we know about the NFL, it's that team success is not solely built on big-name stars. In reality, it's players like Lopez, those willing to do the dirty work, the ones who don't make headlines every day, but are essential to a team's success, that often make the biggest difference in crucial moments of the season. So, what can we expect from this seemingly modest but strategic move? Lopez joins the Lions with a one-year contract worth $4.65 million, and his arrival marks another important piece in the Detroit Lions' effort to strengthen their defensive line. Signing a 26-year-old nose tackle with 4 seasons of NFL experience may seem like a low-key move, but in fact, it's exactly the kind of maneuver that can take the defense to the next level. Let's remember that Roy Lopez was drafted by the Houston Texans in the 6th round of the 2021 draft, where he began to show his potential. In 2023, he was traded to the Arizona Cardinals, where he remained a starter on the defensive line, playing 63 games and recording 137 combined tackles, 17 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks throughout his career. These numbers, although not eye-popping at first glance, reflect the type of player Lopez is. A consistent and reliable presence on the defensive front. He's not the player who will rack up dozens of sacks or interceptions, but he's the kind of player who holds the line, disrupts plays, and allows other defenders to play more freely. In recent seasons, Lopez registered 1 sack and 4 tackles for loss, showing that he can make an impact against the run and also in the pass rush, though in a more modest manner. But what truly makes this move valuable for the Detroit Lions? To understand this, we need to take a closer look at the team's defensive line and what Lopez can bring in terms of depth and stability. While the Detroit Lions have talent on their defensive line, the team needed someone to help fill the gap left by injuries and the looming need to plan for the future. In the case of the Detroit Lions, one of the central questions is the health of defensive tackle Alim McNeill. McNeill suffered a torn ACL at the end of last season, and although recovery is possible, his status for the start of the 2025 season remains uncertain. Here's where Roy Lopez comes in. His signing provides an immediate solution for the defensive line, offering depth and valuable insurance in case McNeill isn't fully recovered for the season. While Lopez may not be a star in terms of statistics, he's someone who can step in, do the job, and keep the defense running while other key players recover. He's the kind of player who helps stabilize the defensive line, allowing the Lions to focus on other areas of the team. Furthermore, it's important to highlight that the Detroit Lions have a number of intriguing options at the nose tackle position. DJ Reader, a veteran of the position, is also on the team, but he's in the final year of his contract. Reader had a solid season in 2024, recording 23 combined tackles and 3 sacks. But the reality of the NFL is that constant rotation and depth at key positions are essential for long-term success. Lopez's arrival is another measure to ensure that the Lions' defensive line remains strong and well-prepared for the future. Regardless of what happens with Reader in the coming years, another player who could benefit from Lopez's arrival is Broderick Martin, the young defensive tackle who was drafted in the 3rd round in 2023. Martin has yet to make a major impact in his 2 seasons with the team, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have potential. Lopez could be the perfect mentor for Martin, helping to develop his skills and ensuring that he has time to grow as a player without the pressure of having to be an immediate starter. Additionally, with Lopez's signing, the team gives itself more flexibility to test Martin in different schemes and give him more time to adjust to the league. Roy Lopez's addition can also be seen as part of a larger strategy for the Detroit Lions to strengthen all areas of their defense, including the defensive line, which is crucial to success in the NFL. In recent years, the Lions have focused on improving their defensive side of the ball, and this move is a direct reflection of that. With the development of other players and the addition of talents like Lopez, the team seems to be building a defense that can truly disrupt any opposing offense. We can't forget the impact Lopez could have on stopping the run. The Detroit Lions have been fairly efficient against the run in recent years, but with Lopez's arrival, the team could become even more dominant. He's a specialist at stopping the run, and his presence on the defensive front will make it even harder for opposing running backs to gain yards. This, in turn, will allow the Lions linebackers and defensive backs to focus on other tasks, such as pass coverage, without worrying too much about defending the run. Looking at Lopez's role within the defense, his presence could allow other players to shine as well. With a solid foundation at the nose tackle position, the Lions may be able to move some of their key defensive players around to take advantage of matchups. This will provide the coaching staff with more options, giving them the ability to tailor the defense to better suit each game's challenges. Although Lopez may not have been the most high-profile signing, his consistency and ability to clog up the middle of the line could have a lasting impact. In the NFL, games are often won in the trenches, and Lopez's ability to command attention from offensive lines will free up other players to make plays. It's this unglamorous, but crucial, role that often goes unnoticed by the casual fan, but is highly valued by coaches and teammates. Another benefit of this signing is the potential for Lopez to mentor younger players on the defensive line. As a player with experience at the NFL level, he can impart knowledge and share insights with his fellow teammates, helping to raise the overall level of play on the team. His leadership could be instrumental in developing the next generation of defensive talent for the Lions. As the NFL continues to evolve, having versatile players like Lopez is more important than ever. Teams are constantly looking for ways to adapt to the increasing speed and complexity of the game, and having a player who can fit multiple roles on the defensive line is a major advantage. Lopez's ability to hold down the nose tackle position while contributing to the overall defensive scheme makes him a valuable asset for the Lions. In terms of the future, this signing could also have implications for the next draft. The Lions may have found an important balance on their defensive line, which gives the team the flexibility to focus on other areas in the 2025 draft. With Lopez holding down the nose tackle position, the Lions can invest in other positions, such as the secondary or even the offense, where the team may still need some improvements. This makes the team more versatile and ready for whatever comes their way. Ultimately, what we can conclude about the signing of Roy Lopez by the Detroit Lions is that it's a strategic move that brings depth, stability, and flexibility to the defensive line. He may not be the player who will steal all the headlines, but he will certainly be a crucial part of the team's defensive scheme. And in a league like the NFL, it's exactly this kind of player who can make all the difference. Now, we want to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Roy Lopez joining the Detroit Lions? Will he be the missing piece to make the defense stronger and more balanced? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date with more analyses like this, don't forget to follow the Lions News Fan Report for exclusive content. The 2025 season is just beginning, and there's much more to come. Stay tuned.